All right, guys, Seattle Mike MMA with friends. We got a lot going on this week. It's going to be the biggest streaming week in the history of Fights with Friends, MMA with Friends. I was actually streaming, or I thought I was streaming, for 6-7 minutes, and all of a sudden I noticed it wasn't streaming. I hadn't tried this schedule stream since YouTube updated. What's up, Reed Helford? Oops. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully this is all going correctly now. All right, what's up, Reed? We know how's the video and sound and everything. Yeah, I was streaming for like 6-7 minutes, and I had hit stream on my OBS, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I realized, I guess, when you schedule a stream, you also have to hit go live on YouTube, which, first time I did that. Anyways. Wow, what a week of fights, guys. We are going to have so much stuff. I mean, all the fights here on Dana White Contender Series. A big middleweight bout that I'm looking forward to in the main event. Lightweights, women's strawweights, everything. What is up, Red Belford, with the first donation of the night. Thank you, sir. $5 from that man right there. Excuse me, Reed Helford. I can't read. All right, everybody. Everybody show Reed some love in the chat for that first super chat of the night. And I appreciate you guys always patient with any technical difficulties too, of course, that might come about. But this is season 4, week 9 of the Contender Series. We missed a few weeks in there, but instant replay can be used anytime during a fight now, and a bout can be restarted. It is about time MMA caught up with the rest of the world. Look at this, though. Danny Sabatello versus Taylor Moore at Bantamweight. Luana Pinheiro versus Stephanie Frausto at Strawweight. Nikolas Motta versus Joe Lowry at Lightweight. At a catchweight, 160 pound. We got a 160 pound catchweight in our 4th match. And then, of course, that main event of the evening. Yep, kick ass. All right, tell your friends that we are on. Ladies and gentlemen, this Sabatello, I like him already. You can hear them bleeping out half of what he says in the back. Just tells you he's the real deal. Sounds like an old Italian mafioso guy. Man, so much news going on. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier was finally officially signed today. Earlier during the day, there were rumors and there were reports that Conor was stepping out of the fight, that he was asking for a new contract. I don't know where all those reports were coming from. I kind of think Conor's kind of his own thing right now. I'm pretty sure he's just on a fight-to-fight Conor contract, to be honest. I don't think he has the same kind of contract as everyone else. I could be wrong. But, I mean, if he got $50 million to fight Donald Cerrone, which is what he said he got, I mean, it sounds like he's already on a pretty damn good contract. And they're fighting in January. The only thing is it's going to be weird having a Conor fight I'm assuming without a crowd. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier, we'll see where we're at in January. It'd be nice if they could have it somewhere where they have some sort of a crowd. But guys, we're going nuts this week. I mean, like literally, like absolutely freaking nuts. Because this is what I'm doing. I got the Dana White Contender Series tonight. Tomorrow, any of my London fans in here, anybody over there in Europe, or if you're home at 11:30 or 2:30 in the afternoon, this card is going to be on at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. I think it's at like 7 p.m. over there in London, 7:30, something like that. Kulakmet versus McGowan. 6 big bouts for those of you, if you're really into British boxing, you'll know who all those guys are. So I'll be playing some catch-up, getting ready for that. That's tomorrow. The next day, Thursday, we got Pitbull versus Carvalho. Patricio Pitbull versus Rafael Carvalho for the Featherweight Championship. And it's the Bellator Featherweight Grand Prix. The title is actually on the line for Pitbull for every fight. And this is the quarterfinals. And that fight, Weichel versus Sanchez 2, that is a rematch. The first fight was sensational, although controversial, with the decision. And that's a great Bellator card. Guys, I'm going to start. The main card starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Aaron Pico is going to be on that card as well, too. As well as... and now I can't think of the guy's name, but big card. My goodness, guys. This week is out of control. Saturday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern is when the main card starts. The prelims start like 1 p.m. We'll be doing the whole damn thing. Prelims, main card, everything. But Paul Felder jumping in for Islam Makhachev. What about this? Is it wrong that I think I'm more excited about the replacement fight than the original? Paul Felder taking this on 6 days' notice. But... the one thing you can say about that is he's generally fights at lightweight. This one's going to be at welterweight. I know Felder, even though he's kind of been semi-retired, I know he's been training with those other guys and staying in shape. And then, guys, the week is not over. The fight week keeps going, and I'm glad ESPN Plus hit the timing on this just right, because after... UFC Felder versus Dos Anjos. I'm not freaking kidding you. Terrence Crawford versus D. Brooks. What a freaking night of fights. Terrence Crawford ranked the #1 pound-for-pound fighter on the earth. The last time we did this, about a #1 ranked pound-for-pound fighter, it was Vasil Lomachenko, and he was upset by 23-year-old rising superstar Teofimo Lopez. I don't expect that to be the case tomorrow night, but guys, that's why they schedule the fights. Danny Sabatello, Titan FC, he is the current champion. Finished 7 of his 8 wins, 3 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's a 3-time NCAA Division wrestler, national qualifier from Purdue University. Great wrestling background. Clavid, what's going on? Says, what's up, Mike? Thanks for saving my Tuesday night. Of course, man. Hey, I'm going to watch the fights anyways. I'd much rather watch them with you guys. All right, tail of the tape. Both men, wow, both men 27. He's like twins. Both men 5'10". Both men 135.5 pounds. Danny Sabatello will have a 1-inch reach advantage at 71 inches. Other than that, they are clones of each other. And Moore's got a tattoo on his chest. So, Mark Schmidt going to be the referee for this first one. And if you're following along, you can follow the fight clock there to sync up. And here we go on ESPN Plus. Big body kick from Sabatello right out of the gate. Sabatello with a big takedown. The Titan FC Bantamweight champion. Like we said, a 3-time NCAA Division 1 wrestler. And he's inside Moore's guard here, trying to pass. We'll see what he's got for ground and pound here. Nice shots to the body, and then the head. Speaking of ground and pound, thoughts and prayers to the father of ground and pound. If you didn't see my video this week, Mark Coleman, father of, known as the godfather of ground and pound, the first UFC heavyweight champion ever. He had a heart attack this week. Luckily, he got to the hospital in plenty of time. And I've actually spoke a little bit with Mark and with his family. We've been kind of corresponding back and forth. We talked about him being on the show, but he kind of had a little compromised health. Well, he wasn't sure what he wanted to do as far as media recently anyway. So I'm not glad he had the heart attack, obviously, but I'm glad he got to the hospital as quick as possible. And, I mean, maybe there was something. He had clogged arteries. Maybe there was something that was holding him back this whole time, and maybe it'll fix that. And Sabatello to the body, to the head. Ground and pound, and the shoulder at ground and pound. Of course, wow, big slam there from Sabatello. Of course, when the godfather of ground and pound, Mark Coleman, was on top, you could throw headbutts, and that guy was devastating with the headbutts. And you could wear fucking shoes. Excuse my language, but man, can we ever believe that you could wear wrestling shoes? And, I mean, the rules kind of changed as things went along. Like, eventually, you couldn't kick a ground opponent if you were wearing shoes. But, I mean, it's just amazing. What a different game we have today. Nice elbow from the top here from Sabatello. Moore really looking like a fish out of water here on the ground. He is going for an armbar here. Sabatello, like I said, I mean, this dude's a veteran. A lot of these guys, by the time they get in Dana White Contender Series now, I mean, it's like, who wants to be a fighter? Like I said in the title, like Dana White said, Ultimate, on the Ultimate Fighter, the first season, these guys are already fighters. But now, they're ready to prove it. Titan FC Bantamweight champion right here. All right, guys, 9 in the chat room so far. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like what I do here. If you're new, welcome. I'd love to have you as a subscriber to join the community. Nice elbows here from Sabatello. If you subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell, and you will be notified whenever I drop a new video. Or go live like Terrence Crawford fighting Saturday, and before that, Paul Felder versus Rafael Dos Anjos. Big left hook from the top there from Sabatello. What's up, Seacon Defender? Good to see you, sir. All right, and 10 already in the chat. You guys coming in. I'm glad that everybody's excited about some Contender Series. Nice right hand from Sabatello. I missed streaming last week's, and I think it was Zoltan messaged me that, man, you really missed maybe the best week of Contender Series ever. I guess there was 2 front kick knockouts to the face. I am definitely going to go back and watch the replay of that one. I'll be honest, I have not yet. But I definitely will. All right, thank you, C-Cone. And big elbows from the top, big right hand there from Sabatello. For those that are home during this quarantine, during the day, shout out to my day drinkers. Tomorrow, I'm going to hit you up at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, because we have a boxing card coming on from overseas. If you know London boxing, you know Kalakmet versus McGowan, fighting for the WBC super welterweight title. 5 other big fights on there. I mean, these are all big guys, big stars over in London, and England has done a better job for the most part, even though a lot of the big fighters are still in the United States. Europe's done a better job recently of carrying the torch than the United States for the sport of boxing. Robert Kerrigan, I start drinking at 10:30 a.m. I will see you there, sir. Sometimes earlier on the regular. What's up, Robert? Good to see you, my friend. That is amazing, my friend. Oh, a big leg kick from Moore to start this one. Sabatello going up high, looking for the head kick there. Misses. Nice leg kick here from Moore. Oh, wow, Sabatello, what a transition. Moore goes for the takedown. Sabatello twisting immediately, turning and taking the back. Let's see if he can get the hooks in. We know he's got top-level wrestling. I'm not sure what his jiu-jitsu looks like, but 7 of his 8 wins came by finish. And like I said earlier, he is the reigning defending Titan FC Bellator Bantamweight champion. My ESPN Plus app isn't loading for some reason. Oh, that sucks, man. Sorry, can't stay, but stop by to give thumbs up and say hello. Well, thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy Hughes, for stopping by. Give me a message later, Billy. Anytime you want to jump in on the mic this week, we're doing a lot with fighting, including at 11:30 a.m. Pacific tomorrow for some boxing from London, England. Oh, nice shots to the head and the body here from Sabatello, and he goes under for the choke, and he's under. He is under the neck. Oh, and they just set, and Moore, look at that, staying calm, turning into it. You could hear his corner saying, let him burn his arm out. Sabatello looked like he was in a great position. That was under the neck. And Moore just turns right into it. Sabatello, he hadn't lacked it back behind, I guess. And I can't believe Moore got out of that choke so easily. Big elbow from the top from Danny Sabatello, who is still in complete control here. Robert, I know you'd missed some of the fight, but I know I had an issue with my DAZN app earlier in the week, and I had to delete it and re-downloaded it, and it fixed the problems. I know it's a pain in the butt, but man, Danny Sabatello, this is a mismatch. This is a showcase fight for Sabatello. Big right hands. Oh, in time here. Oh, I don't know what was going on with the time there. There was an argument from the corner that there might have been fingers in the face, and then I guess he said, no, there's not. And here we go. And Sabatello is staying busy with that ground and pound, but you guys that have been watching Dana White Contender Series, though, you know Dana likes finishers. You know what? I hate to say it. I know a lot of people maybe think I'm hating on wrestling. I'm not. I love wrestling. Big left hand there from Sabatello. But, come complete. I think that's a new term that we need to have in MMA. Instead of come correct, come complete. If you come in as a wrestler, you come into the UFC, come complete. Last thing we need is another fighter who stays on top of guys and wrestles for 15 minutes and can't finish. I mean, it's, I know I might get a little bit of grief for this, but it's just not fan-friendly. Real fast is Canelo leaving the Zone and Golden Boy show that with ESPN growing, that the Zone is in trouble. Yeah, he's got a lawsuit going against Golden Boy. I know that. Is he officially signed with ESPN Plus? That might kill the Zone. That might be the nail in the coffin if he signs with ESPN Plus. I mean, Canelo Alvarez was their biggest, the biggest deal that they had going on, and nothing else was even close. Because with the Latino boxing crowd, I mean, they will show up to support their fighters. Nice shot to the body here from Sabatello. And, I mean, they're going to lose a lot of DAZN subscribers, I am predicting. With that, damn. Trying to get on the app for 20 minutes. Oh, damn, that sucks, Robert. Between rounds, I have a little vent. Now that the round is over here, I have a little vent with Apple today. Yes, I'm with Apple. I know the Android people out there are going to tell me that's what you get. But my phone today, and I'm still not getting calls and texts. I have not gotten calls and texts all day, including business calls and texts from my business. So I'm a tad bit worried about that. I might have had some things that were necessary. But all of a sudden, I couldn't make any calls or texts. And it said no cellular data. And I looked at my phone. It wouldn't tell me anything. So I go to my cellular data in my settings. It says you must download the current update to make calls or use data. Why? For one thing, I'm pissed off. I'll get to the second reason here in a second. But the first reason is I didn't even get a warning. I didn't get a warning about that. Nobody told me that was going to be happening. So I was missing calls all day with no warning. And then the update is 2.47 gigabytes. I had to erase some shit on my phone. And once the new update comes, if it's like over a gig, I'm going to have to buy a new phone by de facto. Oh, big body kick for Moore here to start the third round. For those of you scoring, I have a 2018 Sabatello easily. Sabatello shoots. Great sprawl there for Moore. He's got to watch out, though, because remember last time Sabatello with the beautiful transition, Moore, it kind of seemed like he remembered about halfway through that time, managed to stay on his feet. Big elbow there for Moore, and eventually he gets the takedown here. And it's a nice ground and pound here from Moore. But hopefully you're able to get on, Robert. That sucks, man. And the open guard now, Sabatello now back in the closed guard of Moore. I know he's dominating the fight. I know he's winning, every minute of every round, whatever. He's got to learn how to get out of these positions, though. Past guards. Moore, of course, he's got to do something crazy. He can't just stay on the bottom here. He's got to at least go for a submission. He might have to turn and give up the back to try to escape. That's something you have to do sometimes. Sometimes you get out, sometimes you get choked. But if he stays in this position, I mean, there's no doubt he obviously is going to lose this fight. And that's a big right hand to the body there from Sabatello. Something I will say about Sabatello, you watch him with this ground and pound. Man, nice elbow there too. He has very good form in his ground and pound. He makes sure he gets up and he gets that leverage. Look at him getting up and raining those shots down to the body and the head. And Moore could be doing a better job of at least pulling him in. Now he starts to pull. See, he's grabbing Sabatello's head so he can't get quite so much space. Big right hand there from Sabatello. He's really beating Moore up. Canelo supposedly gotten assigned to fight on both ESPN Plus and PBR on Fox, similar to Wilder contract. Wait, is Wilder not on Showtime anymore? I thought Wilder was still with Showtime. Nice big elbow there from Sabatello. I knew he was signing a new contract and I'd seen something, but God, I have not been keeping up with boxing as much as MMA. That's changing this week with all the big streams we have coming up. And like I said, starting tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and then I think 7:30 Pacific for those of you watching it live over in London. You can also follow along on ESPN+. But a big boxing card from London tomorrow. And Sabatello looked like he was finally going to transition to side control here. And see, this is something that annoys me with a lot of guys. And there he jumps guard. He almost gets the mount there, but he still got a leg hooked. It really irritates me sometimes when a guy has clear side control and he gives it up to fight for mount and then just ends up right back in the guard. Couple of nice big shots there from Sabatello. And this is a great ground and pound position here, though. If he can free his head from more, he could definitely finish it. And now more pulls him back in the guard. What's up, Zone? Fans only. What is this fans? Oh, Jesus. Not much, man. How you doing? I was just saying. Oh, and Moore gets back up. Sabatello's got the back. And big shots. I was just saying, you kind of inspired me to make sure that I was able to clear time to do this stream last week, because you were telling me about how many great fights and knockouts there were last week. I still haven't got a chance to watch that last week's, but I am going to go back and watch that week. Sounds like it's pretty amazing from how you were describing it. And Sabatello in half guard, landing big shots here, but I mean, it kind of depends on how the night goes. But if we end up with 3 or 4 finishes, I mean, Danny Sabatello, and I think, both of these guys obviously, missed out on opportunities. Big right hand there from Sabatello. Moore just not able to get out of these positions. Big shots here from Sabatello. I mean, he is trying to finish the fight. He is, he's trying with the ground and pound. He really hasn't he had one serious submission attempt, that choke. But if we end up, having several finishes tonight and more with a nice leg kick to end that, but where was that earlier in the fight? If we end up having similar, several finishes tonight, Danny Sabatello is likely to walk out of here still with this Titan FC Bantamweight champion and still not a member of the UFC. Last week is all KOs, I think. He gave contracts to all. Damn. I mean, they are really filling the roster with this Contender Series, and I'm just waiting for another wave of layoffs because, I mean, they got to be coming. They're signing all these new guys. I mean, during the pandemic, and I feel like I've tried to cover Dana White honestly in the past. I hope you guys would agree with that. And I've been critical of him, of course, at times. But, man, what he has done during this pandemic. Some people couldn't even go to the mall to buy clothes. And, I mean, he's been having fights this entire time with very, very few hiccups. For the fact that we're having events with, anywhere from 5 fights on the Contender Series all the way up to 12 and 13 fights on the weekly UFC shows. I mean, that's absolutely amazing what he's done. Not all guys get 3 fights per year deals. Dana White is boss. Love the guy. Hey, he's got a lot of love for me right now, I will tell you that. All right, should be no surprise on the scorecards. Should be 30-27, 30-24, 30-25, and 30-26. So a lot of 10-8 rounds in there, actually. I mean, I don't think that's really going to matter. It'd be interesting to see. I want to see what Dana White's face looks like right now. Of course, he's going to get an interview here. He dominated, but he did not finish. And I mean, you guys have kind of heard me before in the past. You know, MMA is like sex. I know you've heard me say it a million times probably, but MMA is kind of like sex. If you don't finish, what's the point? And, well, that was not a real warm welcome from Dana. I mean, he did give him the fist bump, and then he kind of pointed to somebody else like that, and I have no idea what that means. Obviously, he's still got a lot of time to make decisions. He's going to have to see 4 more guys tonight. But one of the guys that came out of Dana White Contender Series, I mean, there's been tons of them, from Sean O'Malley, who congratulations at having a new kid, in addition to the family. Happy for Sean O'Malley. And Johnny Walker, coming from this. Kevin Holland, the Trailblazer. He has a chance, if he wins his next fight, to be the first fighter in UFC history to win 5 fights in a year. And in a year of the pandemic, my goodness. Danny Sabatello moves to 9-1, 3-fight win streak. I mean, the language is colorful. I would like to see the finishing attempts a little more colorful inside of the cage, though. What's up, J Dig in the house? Good to see you, sir. I get Kaya Bell versus Tyson Fury, December 6th, from Royal Albert Hall in England. Well, thank you, Billy. That one I didn't know about. For those of you that didn't know about it, though, Crawford versus Brook. Terrence Crawford versus Del Brook. Guys, ESPN Plus, they finally got this figured out. They're going to have Rafael dos Anjos versus Paul Felder, and that whole ESPN card, main card, starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, and the boxing is not starting until after the MMA is over. Same network. Crawford versus Brook. We get to see the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world once again. Of course, the last time we seen the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world just a few weeks ago, Vasily Lomachenko got destroyed, or I thought dominated, at least on my scorecards, by 23-year-old Teofimo Lopez in a shocking event. I don't expect that to happen this next week, but, that's why they schedule the fights. Poirier signs contract for January 26th versus McGregor. Conor hasn't signed his side of the contract. Last I had heard, I thought Conor finally signed. Let me see if I can get an update on that. What's your closest update on that? Stephanie Frausto, former WBC Muay Thai champion, warming up in the back. 8-6 as an MMA fighter, but reports Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier agree to fight at UFC 257 on January 23rd. This is less than 2 hours ago from SureDog. It looks like it is confirmed, Billy. It says, after some public posturing and haggling, it appears that Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier have finally agreed to square off in a lightweight bout at UFC 257. MMAfighting.com reported that both sides came to terms late Monday night. However, the report also states that McGregor is pushing to have the bout moved to UFC 256, which, of course, now needs a new main event now that Amanda Nunes is out on December 12th. And the Irish Star has recently expressed a desire to compete before 2021. January 23rd on Fight Island, if everything goes according to plan, is what Dana White said of the bouts. Why is Dos Anjos down to 155? Oh, he's not. They're fighting welterweight. Paul Felder's actually up. He's going to be fighting at welterweight. I believe. Conor is verbally committed, not signed yet, though. Well, I heard he said something about wanting a new contract. I'm pretty sure that he's been on a week-to-week contract. Oh, and look at the list of guys. I'm going to pause that for a minute just to read a few to you guys. The list that's just been signed this year. Adrian Yanez. That guy's a stud. I've really nice guy, too. I've gotten a chance to talk to him some online. If he wants to be on the show, I plan on probably having him on the show. Jordan Levitt, of course, a great wrestler. Euros Medic. Impa Kasangane, which unfortunately was on the wrong side of that crazy flying spin kick from Yoquan Buckley. But still a great performance. Jordan Williams, that was another one. And then, Zoltan was saying, 5 contracts last week. 25 fighters signed through 8 weeks. Wow. I mean, that is absolutely insane. The final week of the year will be next week. We got a heavyweight bout in the main event between Nick Maxikov versus Oscar Cota. Then you got a flyweight bout, JP Buys and Jacob Silva. Strawweight, Pauline Messias versus Gloria De Paula. And then another woman's flyweight bout and a lightweight bout. Most likely I will not be doing that because that is my wife's birthday. So happy early birthday to my wife Cassandra. Thomas Wildman Denny, who fought Nick Diaz in Elite XC and who runs MMA Gym in Denver, said he will do an interview with you, Mike. All right, man. Yeah. I'll have him on. That'd be great. Yeah, send me the information or just have him contact me. I have not had as many fighters and interviews on recently. If you guys are in the Facebook group, though, the Fights Are Friends Facebook group, I feel much more comfortable with that group now that the damn election's finally over and everybody's not trying to fill it full of political BS. I've been posting a lot more on there. But Shoney Carter has been streaming. Shoney Carter, Mr. International, the guy who landed the first spinning back fist for a knockout in the history of the UFC. Of course, it was against Matt Serra, also the guy who taught George St. Pierre how to walk like a pimp on Dana White, the Comeback Season 4. He's been streaming training, his training series there on Fights with Friends. So, guys, if you could at least go in there in the group, even if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, I'm sure you could pick up some things from him. Even if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, if you could just go in there, give him a like, give him a comment, say a few minutes, so he show him that we appreciate him, so he keeps posting on there. That would be great. And a judo queen coming up next. My entire family has their black belts. This is what I know, Luana Pinheiro. And speaking of judo black belts, Kayla Harrison. PFL is allowing their fighters to have single fights outside of PFL. I don't believe that they're allowed to fight in Bellator or the UFC, but they are going to allow Kayla Harrison to fight in Invicta FC. She fights only 155 in PFL. This will be a 145-pound bout in Invicta FC on November 20th. That's coming up a week after this Friday. I'm definitely going to hopefully do that stream. I'm a big Kayla Harrison fan. But she will be fighting at 145. And, I mean, if she's making 145, if she makes it comfortably, that's, that is a step towards possibly going into the UFC and possibly a fight against her training partner, Amanda Nunes. It looked like the 145-pound women's division was all but about shut down in the UFC, and then that's not good with Amanda Nunes having to back out of the fight against Megan Anderson. Megan, who's, of course, already gotten a title shot, got her ass handed to her by Cyborg. If Kayla Harrison comes in, that's a game changer. If she can make 145, that's a game changer. And Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison, that's going to be a fight that sells. She's going to need a few warm-ups first. But Stephanie Frausto from Madera, California, making her way down to the octagon right now. All right. Brian the Beast Baker is a former Bellator fighter, is willing as well. He is Denny's best friend. Known them both for years. Nice. That would be great. Stephanie Frausto, 3-fight win streak. Finished 7 of 8 wins, 4 knockouts, 3 submissions. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And, no pressure, Billy. But, as part of MMA with Friends, as my co-commentator, if you want to go on and stream an interview with one of those guys and put them on there and have your interview debut with those guys, I'm totally okay with that too. So just let me know what you prefer. Luana Pinheiro from Paraíba, Brazil, a judo expert. Started training judo as an expert, and you guys know I'm a sucker for a judo chick. From Ronda to Kayla, and Pinheiro, she says she is the next Ronda Rousey. I hope she's the next level of Ronda Rousey, because I do feel like the game kind of passed Ronda when she tried to evolve to the striking. Of course, her striking was kind of dog shit, to put it bluntly. Luana, 5-fight win streak. She's finished 6 of her 7 wins, 5 by submission. She is a judo black belt, and I cannot wait to see some of these beautiful throws and submission attempts. All right, Frausto, 7. Wow. Frausto, 7 of her 8 wins by finish. Luana Pinheiro finished 7 of her fights, 6 of them by submission. And she has really trained her striking game, her ground and pound. Luana Pinheiro, 3 years younger at 27 years old. Both women 5'2". Pinheiro's going to have a 1.5-inch reach advantage at 62.5 inches. The referee will be Jason Herzog for this one at strawweight, and damn, am I excited. I have not been this excited about seeing, the next thing, the newest woman in fighting. God, for a while, maybe since Kayla Harrison. Luana in the blue, Frausto in the gray. Nice inside leg kick there from Frausto. Good combination thrown there from Frausto. Pinheiro trying to judge the distance. Inside leg kick there from Stephanie. Stephanie, 14 MMA fights. I mean, she's a veteran and she's a former WBC Muay Thai champion. So, talk about striker versus grappler. You got a former Muay Thai world champion versus an elite judo player. And we'll see how long Pinheiro's willing to stand here and strike with her, and how long it is before she tries to clinch. Nice inside leg kick there from Stephanie. But Michael Chandler turned down Dos Anjos right before Felder accepted. I seen that. Seen that, sir. All right. Whoa. Stephanie trying that, go for that head kick. Nice inside leg kick there from Stephanie. I've always thought with the clinch that Muay Thai and Judo, nice body kick there from Stephanie, that Muay Thai and Judo together, if you could get like a top-level Muay Thai and top-level Judo player together, that would be an incredible combination because of, your clinch game would just be ridiculous. And both of these women have half of that. Inside leg kick there from Stephanie. And nice inside leg kick there from Stephanie. And Stephanie Frausto doing a good job keeping Pinheiro away from her right now. Checking that leg kick too. Not a lot of offense from Frausto. Not a lot of action, but she's keeping the range. Big overhand right throw there from Pinheiro. Inside leg kick there from Frausto. Frausto gets the straight right through there. Nice body kick there from Stephanie. And Stephanie is she's kind of keeping this in her world right now. Nice outside leg kick there. Oh, Pinheiro with an explodes with a combination. Oh my goodness! An insane ground and pound combination, and the judo black belt puts the lights out on the WBC Muay Thai champion. How about that? Luana Pinheiro, welcome to the UFC. Give me a pin. I'll sign the damn contract myself. I don't think there's any doubt about this one. Wow! Wow, watch that again. Left hook, hand, straight right hook, and then she explodes with the combination and all the leverage. We didn't even have to see her judo. The left hook right on the chin. Wow. Wow, and the right hand behind it. Pinpoint accuracy right on the temple, right on the jaw. And let's watch the reaction from the boss there. I mean, how could you not like that? He's just like, wow. That is Dana White's I'm speechless face. Gaethje is said to be back up if Poirier or McGregor can't make fight. That would be interesting. I'd like to see Tony, though. Tony versus Chandler seems more likely than Gaethje versus Chandler. I don't think Tony's going to take that fight, though, and I don't think he should have to. Tony's kind of in a position to where I think he should kind of fight whoever the hell he wants. Is it true Nunez tested positive by USADA and UFC is covering it up? That is not what I said on my video. That is not what I said at all. I don't know if there's been other speculation. I said there's been a lot of undisclosed, a lot of fighters going out from undisclosed injuries. And that USADA's new rule was if there's a positive test, instead of throwing it out there, embarrassing the fighter for a month, and then it comes up a tainted supplement, and they have to take it back, they're keeping that private for a certain amount of time until they can get more tests done. And I just speculated all these undisclosed injuries. I have not heard that rumor from anywhere legitimate, though. Big left hook in the right hand. Damn. I was just going to ask you if you've seen it on Daily Mail. That is hilarious. I've gotten some good stuff from Daily Mail in the past. Here's the thing with Daily Mail. Pay attention to those guys. Bookmark them, whatever, but definitely take it with a grain of salt. They're, in my opinion, Daily Mail is one of these, we're going to get it first before they worry about getting it right. So they get a lot of things first. They also get a lot of things wrong. So I would wait on that one. They come out with some documents, though. Did they come out with any documents or anything? Yeah, I did do a video a couple days ago, Billy. I've been doing like 2-3 a day recently. So wow, moving to 8-1 with 7 first round finishes. Luana Pinheiro, guys, strawweight division. Not only did you just get a new member of the strawweight division, I'm going to call it right now, Luana Pinheiro is going to be a contender. Been training judo since he was 2 years old. You cannot teach that kind of memory those kinds of instincts, they're ingrained into her. And the fact that, she was such a big judo player, and then she ended up doing it with the striking, I am absolutely amazed. Dana just said Conor hasn't signed yet, so it's not official. Thank you, Rodney War Eagle. What's up, Tom Brown in the house? Good to see you, my friend. All right, guys, I do have some trivia for tonight because somebody asked on the last one why I haven't had as much trivia lately, so I will have some trivia. But before I do that, just a little shout out for people that are coming in. Guys, tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. That's in the States. I believe it's 7:30 there in London, England. Coming from London, England, we got the WBC it's a super welterweight title on the line. 6 big bouts from London, England, and that's going to be on ESPN Plus. Over in Europe, it's also on several channels. As you can see, Top Rank Boxing is just one of the promoters, as well as IFL TV and some other ones. But and I'm going to put together all boxing trivia for that one, so you guys, somebody might win it besides Billy or Greg Brimstone. And I said, Billy, doing all these new videos and stuff, if you want to jump in with me on any of them, I don't know how your voice is doing, but if you just want to banter back and forth for 5-6 minutes, just shoot me a message. I don't really want to see Conor versus Dustin again. Conor will knock him out again. Justin needs some new, fresh matchups, like against the Tony or Justin. Or Conor needs some. I agree, but you got a guy that kind of calls his own shots. However you feel about that. And I know how you feel about it. All right, guys. Nikolas Motta versus Joe Lowry. Nikolas Motta, 11-3 with 6 first-round finishes. And a couple of big-time Brazilian fighters making it into the country. And Motta, he's been training with contender and possibly future title challenger once again, Glover Teixeira. Who just came off a phenomenal performance against defeating Thiago Santos at 41 years old. ONE FC needs to give Mighty Mouse some competition or he will leave when his contract is up. Bellator would throw a bag of cash to get him. Coker loves Mighty Mouse. The thing is, though, with ONE FC, they've already thrown him a bag of cash. They have over 10 times the viewership that the UFC does. An average ONE FC card gets over 11 million views just out of Asia, Bill. And that's before anybody watching from Europe or the United States or anything else that might catch it. Glover's such a good story. So happy for him. Me too, man. Already know after Conor beats Dustin again, he's going to leave a sport again, go to boxing, or probably fight Nate Diaz for a 3rd time. Yup, I wouldn't doubt it. Mighty Mouse has been complaining about lack of competition. Well, maybe he should do like Roy Jones Jr. used to back in the day. Maybe he should play a professional basketball game like right before the fight. Nikolas Motta, a 2-1 favorite tonight. He's a -215. Laurie, a +185. And if you're looking for bets, guys, I don't put a lot of bets out there, but I did put my stamp on a bet for Thursday's matchup. Guys, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. The main card starts Patricio Pitbull versus Rafael Carvalho. Weichel versus Sanchez 2. Aramov, and now I'm going to destroy his last name, Slamanov. I know that's not correct, but taking on Logan Starley. Aaron Pico will also be moved up to that main card. So there'll be at least 4 fights on the main card. If you check it out, I have videos out there both for a prediction video, and then today I just put my pick of the week. I haven't done a betting pick lock, but if you want to double your money, check out the video that says betting picks, guys. I'm very confident in that pick. I mean, I'm going to put my own money out on it, so I'm, take it for what it is. I know you've been tired of Conor McGregor since I've known you, Tom Brown. No surprise there, brother. Teixeira looked good, but Santos looked awful. Hello to everyone. What's up, Adam from Allen? Man, I mean, at 35, I believe Santos is. That's an insane injury to come back from. And I think he was out for 16 months. That's usually I might be misquoting, but I believe the timeline normally in other sports for that injury is 18 months recovery before you start training again. And he had multiple injuries. ONE FC should co-promote with someone to bring in some competition for him. Well, why don't they do a co-promotion with Bellator or with Rizin? I mean, Bellator and Rizin, I mean, they've done several co-promotions together. And I can't imagine that Rizin wouldn't want to do a co-promotion with them. And, I mean, if Bellator was willing to do it with Rizin, I don't see why he wouldn't do it with ONE FC. I mean, maybe because they're a lot bigger. I don't know. Rizin and Bellator are kind of like... I don't know if they're around the same tier because Bellator's been around for so much longer, but Bellator, it's kind of like, I mean, they've had the strangest J-curve ever. It's like they've been hot, they've been cold, they've been hot, they've been cold. Now they're rising again. They're on CBS Sports Network. They got a lot of good fighters in their bullpen. I really think they need to stop signing the guys in their post-40s. They've had enough guys in the post-40s. And I think going back to these tournaments is going to be the way that you're going to get people to watch at the UFC. And moving to Thursday night so you're not competing with the UFC. Because you don't want to compete with the UFC. This is why the XFL, which, maybe they would have had a good shot at surviving if it weren't for the pandemic. But nobody in their right mind would try to put on football during the NFL season. I mean, and especially you're going to try and play games at the same time. Are you retarded? I mean, that's just that's a recipe for suicide. And I mean, how many Bellator cards have we covered that were on at the same time as UFC cards? I'm pretty sure it's 0. We've kind of went back and forth some. I gave some updates, switched to Bellator if it ended later. But UFC is the major leagues. I'm glad to see Bellator move to Thursday nights. I hope that's where they stay. And I hope they continue to do more tournament things, because if you're going to draw eyes, you got to do something different. You can't be just a worse version of the UFC. And that's enough of that rant. Renato Sobro, one of my favorites from back in the day. Who remembers him? Yeah, Babalu. I remember Babalu. Fighting Chuck. I remember him fighting, I believe, Overeem back over at light heavyweight. Yeah, that guy was great. Thiago Santos, 36. Thank you, Tom Brown. Born January 7th, 1984. He's born 18 days before my sister, actually. Then Bellator needs to leave the zone and do their own streaming on CBS All Access, since Viacom owns both. Boom, Billy. Billy. They need to give you a job over there, my friend. That is spot on. Couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely spot on, sir. That would be the best move for them. And I mean, I don't know what the contract is with the zone, what the exchange of money is. Bellator has always kind of been Viacom's little... they're like the pinky toe. They've kind of treated them like the pinky toe. Like your pinky toe, it's like, you have it. You're not going to cut it off. But nobody's showing their pinky toe a lot of love. Bellator's kind of been the pinky toe of Viacom, and it's nice that they might actually get some more love on a better network, and not on the Paramount network. That was a strange fit. Nobody even knew where they were. I think there was a lot of people that probably thought that they were completely gone. Joe Lowry, former Cage Fighting Fury champion. That is a new promotion that's streaming on Fight Pass now, as well as LFA. Nikolas Motta, 27 years old, out of Juarez, Brazil, making his way down to the cage. They fought in the same promotion, Cage Fury Championship. Bellator needs to leave the zone. Oh, I read that. I'm sorry. But, yeah, no, that is a great one. Ultimate Fighter Brazilian competitor, Season 4, 8 wins by knockout. He is also a former Cage Fury lightweight champion. So 2 former Cage Fury champions getting it on in the UFC Dana White Contender Series. I love it. I friggin' love it. And let's throw a trivia question out here real quick. Like I said I was going to do it, and then I didn't. Joe Lowry, 30 years old, 3 years older, 2 inches taller at 5'11". He has a 2.5-inch reach advantage at 73 inches. And Mark Smith is the referee. Guys, first trivia question. Leading up to his fight with Vitor Belfort, Anderson Silva was rumored to be training with this martial arts movie star. Hint, also the first American to teach martial arts in Japan. Bellator has an... Oh, and Billy Hughes gets it right before Jay Digg, though, but very close. Billy, first question of the night. And Mota in the gray, Laurie in the blue shorts. Nice inside leg kick there from Laurie. Motta going for the head there. Got through partially, I believe. Oh, nice front kick feint there from Motta, but Laurie unloads with a combination. Beautiful combination there from Laurie. Oh, big body kick there from Motta. And how many of you guys got a notification that I had a stream scheduled? I'm just curious. Nice left hook there from Motta. Oh, big combination from Motta. He is piecing Laurie up when he comes inside. Oh, nice hook to the body there from Laurie, though, in the low leg kick. Laurie going for that front kick. Oh, big left hook downstairs there for Motta. Nice jab there for Nikolas Motta. Oh, big right hand and a left hook from Nikolas Motta, who he said before this, he said, watch out, I fight like Mike Tyson. Of course, we've heard a lot of guys say that. Proving it is another thing, but, he's got a fistful of knockouts in his career, too. Oh, nice right hand. Nice combination there from Motta. Good counter from Laurie. Nice exchange. Motta getting the better of that exchange, though. Flying knee attempt from Laurie. Nice left hook and a right hand from Laurie. That was beautiful. And Motta trying to land that head kick again. PBR Street Gang is in the house. Says, yes, I got a notification. Thank you. Appreciate you letting me know. But they did say Justin G may be the replacement for Dustin if he pulls out. Well, will he be the replacement for Conor if he pulls out? Oh, man. Nice counter right over the top from Laurie. Timing that high kick from Motta. Oh, big combination from Motta! Right hands and left hooks. Lowry's got a chin of steel because Motta just hit him with a lot of leather. Nice left hand there from Motta. I mean, this guy hits like a ship brick house. Oh, beautiful combination there from Laurie. He's got to be careful coming in, though. He cannot continue to eat those big shots. Oh! And there it is! A big right hand from Motta. Floors Laurie. He's hurt. He's stunned. If you're playing EA UFC 4 and you're Laurie right now, you have that little energy bar. It's flashing red. And Motta should be jumping on him right now. I'm not sure if he realizes how much he's hurt. Maybe he's just being patient. Good jab there from Motta. He needs to throw another one of those right hands. Maybe feint with the left and throw another right hand. I think he can take Laurie out right now. Laurie is really hurt, and I don't think Motta realizes it. I don't see how he can't. I mean, he knocked him on his ass. But a nice front kick there from Laurie, who seems to be recovering. Good defense gets out of the way of that head kick. But, I mean, if there were any doubt Motta was winning that round, I think he took all doubt away with that knockdown, unless Laurie's able to come back and do something amazing. Nice left hand there from Laurie. Good body kick there from Motta. And left body kick, and then to the right side. Front body kick there from Laurie. Oh, a big right hand and a left hook, and that exchange lands for Motta. Wow. Hey, Mike, can we use your Grubhub deal multiple times, or is it one and done? That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure, but let's put that out there. Let's put that out there for everybody. Guys, Grubhub. Thanks for bringing it up. Grubhub, they got you. I know you guys don't want to go anywhere during the fights. They're going to bring you food. Many states, they're going to bring you alcohol. I mean, how good is that? Who's going to bring you beer to your house? I mean, what better beer run is there than the beer run that you don't have to do the running? You just drink the beer. Come on. I mean, who's better than Grubhub, guys? All right, guys. 13 watching. We got in here for the Contender Series. Hopefully we get a few more. That is the Grubhub link, though. See what you can do there. Connor's ready from what I'm hearing. Oh, I don't know why it didn't make that as a link. So you're going to have to copy it and put it in your, well, that's strange. Never had that issue. Let me put that in my browser. Hopefully that, I don't need that, get that updated. Let me paste that in my browser. Make sure Grubhub has with a current code. Okay, yep, there we go. All right. Still goes there. Nice body kick there from Motta. Combination over the top from Laurie. Great first round there, though, from Motta. Hurting Laurie in that first round. Nice front kick to the body there from Motta. And PBR Street Gang gives the big thumbs up with the super chat. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. And wow, these guys are slinging leather for sure. Oh, nice jab to the body there from Laurie, but Michael Bisping says he's not a fan of that. Nice 1-2 there from Laurie. And see, he gets caught when he threw the jab to the body that time, though. Gets caught with a body kick from Mota there. Yeah, Laurie keeps going to that jab to the body. Nice combination there from Mota. Oh, big right hand, a left hook and a right hand from Mota. And see, Laurie is too willing to exchange. Oh, big left hook and a body kick and another combination from Mota. Oh, my goodness! Left hands and rights. What is Laurie's chin made of? My God! I mean, Mota's got to feel like he's punching a brick wall. And Joe Lowry, I mean, his face is cut up at how he is standing. That is friggin' amazing. That is, wow. That doesn't even make sense. Damn. And it's taking UFC a long time to give Ferguson a damn fight. Jeez. Well, don't they always? Oh, big left hook and a right hand. Big combination from Laurie. And now he's chasing Motta. They both landed shots. What a war. These guys are both... They're throwing knockout shots right in precision places. Nice left hand there from Laurie. And you can see why they were both champions over there in Cage Fighting Fury. And this is making me wanting to watch some Cage Fury Fighting Championships. And they're doing shows during the week over there on UFC Fight Pass. Nice body kick from Laurie. I don't know if I'm the only one in here that still has Fight Pass. Nice straight right and a left hook from Motta. But, man, not only do they have all the UFC fights still. Good body kick from Motta, but Laurie with another combination upstairs. Laurie just covered in his own blood. I mean, he is bleeding a lot. You can hear the heavy breathing in there. Oh, nice straight right hit kick combination from Motta. Lands a left hook at the end there. Big left there from Motta. And I'm not sure that Laurie can be knocked out. Not with this. You might have to bring a sledgehammer or a baseball bat in there. The referee might have to pull the plug on this one if this ends up ending. Oh, and a big combination of the body and a right hand upstairs from Laurie. That was a 4-punch combination to the body. And now a big straight right hand lands for Laurie. What a fight. And there's the jab. And guys, I know this is Dana White Contender Series, but big body kick there from Laurie. Nice body kick from Motta. And big shots from Mota. Laurie going for the takedown. Mota's able to block it. I know it's Dana White Contender Series, but can we not give these guys 50 G's if they keep this up for another round? Wow. And PBR Street Gang with the donation in between rounds. Thank you very much, sir. And headed to the last round. And, God, I mean, come on. Both of these guys look like they're ready for the UFC to me. Oh, that's a bad broken nose from Laurie. Oh, he's got a huge cut. A huge gash. And they're telling him, don't blow your nose. Don't blow your nose. He's definitely got a broken nose. It's in the taking UFC for a long time. Yeah. All right, guys. Round 3. Here we go. Do they do fight bonuses on the Contender Series? I believe, I know I've seen this before, what they make. I want to say it's $5,000 for show and another $5,000 for win. Nice left there from Mota. Oh, big right hook and a left hand from Mota. He's got to do something besides land punches to the face of Laurie, though, unless he's going to stop him on cuts. Because, I mean, Laurie, he's... for those of you that remember Julio Cesar Chavez back in the day, you could knock that guy out. And they finally did an x-ray on that guy and realized his skull was literally twice as thick as the average human being. I have a feeling you'd see something similar if you x-rayed Joe Lowry's noggin. Because, I mean, this guy is ridiculous. Torn says no. All right. I know they do get paid, of course. Nice straight right there from Mota. Oh, Mota going for the head kick. Good block there from Laurie. Outside leg kick from Laurie. This might be a round apiece. Laurie might have won that last round. And if Laurie doesn't pass out from loss of blood here from that broken nose. And you can see heads. Oh, beautiful combination from Laurie. See, they're just showing head strikes more from Mota in the last round. That's very deceptive because Laurie was really most effective to the body the last round. Oh, my goodness. Straight right and a left hook. Those were solid on the head for Mota. Now he goes down to the body with a combination. Laurie to the body and a right hand himself upstairs. Guys, this is a rock'em sock'em war. Left hook and a right hand for Laurie. And that jab to the body again. I'm just waiting for when he ducks down with that jab to the body for Mota to time it and come up with a shin to the chin. Straight right and a left there for Mota. Big straight right there for Mota. And, I mean, if he busts Laurie's face open anymore, wow, big left hook from Mota. And a nice 1-2 from Laurie. And for anybody that's thinking, hey, you know, maybe they were thinking about stopping this fight, big body kick from Laurie. I mean, every time Mota eats something, Laurie comes right back. He's right there. Big straight right from Mota. Wow, I wish they did have awards. I wish I would have watched them all. Maybe next season, I'll do my own awards show for Dana White Contender Series. Nice left hook there from Mota. Do like a fight of the season, knockout finish of the season. Oh, big left hook and the head kick from Mota and the right hook. It's almost like he was listening that time. Laurie ducked down towards the body with that jab, and Mota comes up with the head kick. Big left hook and a right hand for Mota. Laurie coming back with a combination. Mota blocking a lot of that, but nice body kick from Laurie. Mota answers with a big body kick of his own. Give both these kids a contract. These guys are top friggin' level. It's just the top of the food chain. Wow, big right hand from Mota. Right hand and a left hook from Mota, and now Mota's got the clinch, and maybe he can land some knees to the body, but now Laurie ducking down. I think Mota's exhausted. I thought he was going to try to take a tie clinch there and start to throw some knees to the body. I think Mota might have ran out of gas there. What do you think about the Paul Felder RDA fight? Super excited, man. I hope Paul Felder's ready on just 6 days' notice, but I'm actually more excited about that than I was the original fight. How will it be when Ultimate Fighter returns? Maybe we could have a fight night where tough alums fight Contender Series alums. That would be really interesting. Oh, big elbow from Mota. And, you know, I'm friends with a lot of guys now that guys need the body there from Laurie that were contestants on those early seasons of Dana White Contender Series that, you know, moved on to big careers. Maybe we could have some of those guys come in and give their thoughts during some of the events, too. Has Dana ever awarded a contract to both fighters in a Contender Series fight? I believe he did it. I know he was thinking about it at flyweight. There was a really good fight, and I want to say he signed one, and he said he was real close on the other guy, and I think he gave him a development contract because he was really young. And he might have fought in the UFC since then. I know a lot of these guys that were really close that didn't get the call that night. They've been called up since as late, late replacements or last-minute replacements. Oh, and look at that head kick on the replay there from Motta. I mean, God, Nikolas Motta winning at least 2, if not 3, of all 3 rounds. But, I mean, how freaking tough is Joe Lowry? I mean, he would have beat a lot of guys tonight. This guy's a tough son of a bitch. And I could definitely see some opportunities where he could get better when he gets hit with hard shots. Maybe not getting as many firefights. But wow, and both guys, a fist bump, and there's got to be a lot of respect between these two. And here is the official decision. All 3 judges score at 30-27. Nikolas Motta. So not a big surprise there. I think the only question was whether they possibly gave the second round to Laurie, but what a fight. Oh, yeah. I say usually you have to finish to get a contract, but Motta's getting a contract, guaranteed right now. I mean, Joe Lowry, he's going to be in the UFC, I think, eventually, too, barring, if he keeps going the way he is, barring any setbacks. But Nikolas Motta, you got to grab this kid tonight. Because if they don't, somebody else is going to pick him up. And here's something with both guys. So the UFC pays these guys, they pay them a stipend like I was talking about. I don't remember exactly what it is. I guess I should look that up again so I know. But I'm going to have to do some research on that later. Maybe I'll make a short video with some fun facts about Dana White Contender Series. But the UFC retains the rights. These guys cannot sign with any other organization after their fight for, I want to say it's something like 45 days. Because remember Brendan Loughnane, who most likely was going to get a contract, and then Dana White said he didn't give it to him because he went for a takedown with 20 seconds left. Signed with the PFL, but he had to wait. And Motta said, I can do way better than that. That's because it was 20 days short notice. This guy was just in one of the best fights of the year, and he's apologizing. 12-3, 3-5 win streak. Nikolas Motta, I am a fan. This is every day I was calling and tried to get to Dana White. Let me get on this card. That is great. All right, trivia. Billy's got the first one tonight. But let's throw some more trivia out there. All right, guys. Next trivia question of the night. This fighter passed out, I think it was about a month ago, on their way out to the cage. Like, they were calling his name, and he passed out, before he could get to the cage. And he recently did end up fighting last week. What fighter was that? That passed out on his way to the cage this year? Trevin Giles, you are correct. Billy Hughes gets it again. And while everybody's refreshed, next trivia question. This MMA analyst, longtime aficionado, was recently on the Joe Rogan Experience, where he talked about his stance on PEDs in sports, unionization, and the ongoing lawsuits that the UFC is dealing with right now. And apparently there is several of them. This MMA, oh, yep, there it is. Billy Hughes, Luke Thomas. I'm still not a Luke Thomas fan, but I mean, I thought he did well on there, and I mean, I came away not hating it. And as I've said before, I've had a few interactions with Luke Thomas in the past. Some somewhat negative, some never completely positive. That's all I'll say. I mean, and this is a guy, it seems like he's going to correct no matter what you're saying, but I will give him some love. You know, he's got a lot of knowledge. He's a really smart guy. It's just, it gets annoying when you have a guy that always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, and it seems like he's constantly trying to prove how much smarter he is than you. But, I mean, sometimes, I don't know, it is what it is. I try not to take too many things personally. I will just say he is not a fan of MMA with friends, apparently. But on the other hand, he knows who I am, so maybe that's a victory, right? 10 watching. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, please give me a thumbs up. Let's try and build this up on the algorithms. I'm really making a conscious effort to be more active, trying to push this YouTube algorithm in my favor. I'm sure you guys have seen I had several more videos this week. And we're going to be streaming all week long. I mean, after tonight, tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, we got a big boxing fan from London. We're going to follow that up with a big Bellator card on Thursday. And then Saturday, we got Paul Felder versus Rafael dos Anjos and the return of Terence Crawford. So, big fight week, one of the biggest of the year. Natan Levy, 5-0, undefeated, a karate and kung fu black belt, trains at Syndicate MMA out of Las Vegas. Is there a better place to live for fighters than Las Vegas? If I could talk my wife into moving there, we might be there. But I've never been a gambler, but I could see just like spending all of my money on going to live fights when the pandemic is over. I've actually never been to Vegas, and the wife was like talking about, oh, we go to Vegas, you can go to the Strip, you can do all this stuff. She's been there before we were married, decades back, literally. But I'm like, man, I could go to so many fights. There's fights on like every night. She's like, oh, Jesus. Oh, no. So, you know, I might have to take the wife up there once, and then, Billy, maybe me and you got to take a trip down to Las Vegas, a business trip, do some scouting down there in Vegas. Let's throw another trivia question out there before we start this next fight. Guys, Roy Jones Jr. is the only boxer in CompuBox history to not absorb one punch in a round. Who was that against? Shaheen Santana, 6-0. He's finished 5 of his 6 wins, all by submission. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. what fighter was Roy Jones defending his title? He's defending his super middleweight title against this guy. And I'll give you a huge clue. The pay-per-view was billed as The Devil versus Mr. Jones. Adam from Allen, there you go, Pazienza. Thank you, Vinny Pazienza, the Tasmanian Devil. Both men 29 years old, but Shaheen 4 inches taller. He'll have a 4-inch reach advantage. And this one, a really late weight because Dana doesn't generally like to do that. But this one is at a catch weight. Jason Herzog will be the referee. And here we go. All right, Billy gets the first 3, and then Adam with the last one. Good to see you, Adam from Allen. Oh, big exchange right out of the gate. And Levy looking to lock in a guillotine here. I mean, he's using his leverage here. Oh, big knees to the head here from Levy. 3 big ones in a row. And that's one of the best uses of a guillotine. Wow, great exchange there. Both guys land power shots. And now Santana pushing Levy against the cage. Oh, that knee to the body. Wow. Levy winced. I mean, he convulsed on that. He went down to a knee for a moment. And, Levy throwing Santana into the cage now. And Levy might have went down to a knee for a second just to avoid any knees to the head. Oh, nice takedown. Good little inside sweep. There from Levy. Moves straight to side control. And Levy getting control of the head and arm here. Levy with that, almost that Chuck Liddell style mohawk. Needs to be a little thinner. Little thinner to match Chuck's, but rocking the mohawk nonetheless. I like it. And a Kimura attempt from the top here from Levy. I don't think he's going to get it. He might go for a straight armbar here. He's kind of in a weird position for that one. Now he can throw some knees to the body here. He can go for a head and arm choke. There's a few little things he can do here. Santana active in the guard. Lands a nice little elbow from the bottom there. You notice Levy going up higher and that. Oh, that's a good angle on a Kimura. Oh! And Levy uses it to escape momentarily. Nice hammer fist from the bottom. Here for Santana. Lands an up kick. And that was a legal up kick because Levy was standing straight up there. Oh, and Santana, he had the rubber guard there from the bottom for a moment, but Levy reverses it and getting inside the open guard here of Santana. They exchange elbows. Nice right hook to the body there from Levy, going upstairs with the right. I mean, Natan Levy putting on a hell of a performance here so far, though. Nice right hook to the body there. Moves back to side control. And I think after that last fight, you're going to need some finishes to get the contracts. Santana, wow, trying to bridge all the way up there and flip out of this. Levy able to keep him down. Oh, nice right hand in the ground and pound there from Levy. And as I said earlier, ground and pound, the godfather of ground and pound, Mark the Hammer Coleman, unfortunately had a heart attack earlier this week. Recovering well. So he's going to have to make a few dietary changes. He did answer me back. He says, I'm doing better. He says, family's doing a lot of my social media and stuff right now. But, Mark Coleman, he's a great guy. We've talked about having him on the show, but he's, had a few physical ailments through the time. He's kind of went back and forth. He was going to do it, and then he wasn't, and, maybe there was something else going on that he didn't know about that he'll be able to address health-wise now. Nice elbow to the body here from Levy from the bottom on the bottom. Oh, and just 10 seconds left. Levy, almost going for the armbar there, but good defense here from Santana. And that's the end of the round. But big first round for Natan Levy. No doubt in my mind who won that one. Wow, and those 3 big knees from the clinch, that was kind of the story of the round. Got him in the guillotine position. You think, he's going to go for the guillotine. And he kind of does there for a moment. And then, boom, boom, boom. 3 big knees to the head. And Santana, he looks exhausted. You can hear he's breathing hard in the corner. And his corner's telling him, he's going to come at you basically like a bat out of hell. Be ready. All right, guys. This Saturday night, like I said, Paul Felder taking on Rafael dos Anjos. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on ESPN+. The prelims will start at 1 p.m. And it's going to be one of those where we're going to do the whole card again. Oh, nice body kick. Oh, spinning body kick from Levy here to start this round. Beautiful moves here from Levy. Oh, and Levy's got a guillotine. Nope, and... Wow, and Santana's out of it. Santana trying to reverse from the bottom here. Great transitions from both guys here. And now Santana taking the back. And Levy's going to get up, but Santana's got the backpack. And we got another back and forth fight here. Santana on the back of Levy here. Levy moving forward, drops Santana on his head. This is a brilliant move here from Levy. Using a Kimura defense to try to get him off of him. He's got to figure out how to get those legs off of him, though. That takes care of the hands that are trying to get a hold of the neck. But, Natan Levy's taking all the weight of Santana right now. The one thing about Santana, though, remember, he was... and he's out. Now he's going for an armbar. Santana, he's got to worry about burning his legs out here. He was already breathing very heavily in between rounds. And because of the last minute notice of this fight, another fight was canceled. I can't remember which one it was, but when these guys came in, they're actually fighting at a catch weight. Dana White does not like catch weights, so he really asked these guys to come in late. And Levy here in side control, and he's going to put all of his weight on Santana. And Santana looking just exhausted right now. If I'm Levy, I would try to land some of these knees to the body on the ground and some elbows. Drop some elbows around that esophagus area and in the rib area. And, you start... There it is. There's some hammer fists to the body. There's 3 of them. I really think if he could go with some knees and elbows to the body right now, 4 or 5, he can finish Santana here. Oh, and 3 big right hands upstairs, Levy mixing it up. And Levy, this guy, he just stays busy. Yeah, he fights a little bit in spurts and stuff, but he never stops. He never stops being active, never stops getting a better position, and Santana, Yeah, he's pretty damn exhausted here, I think. And Levy on top. Santana's got him tangled up in kind of a strange position here. Nice right hand from over the top there from Levy. And the corner telling, Santana's corner telling him 90 seconds. Or actually, it was Levy's corner, excuse me, because he just said, let's get ready to pass that and go. Big right hand right to the ear there from Levy. I have a feeling if Levy, I mean, if he's able to explode with one more burst of energy, I mean, Santana, he's just begging to be taken out of this fight. He is so exhausted. There's a nice right hand there from Levy. And just putting all that weight on Santana. I mean, we thought Santana looked gassed in between after the first round. If he finishes this round, nice elbow from the top there from Levy. If he finishes this round, it's going to sound like he's having a heart attack. What's up, Snake Plissken in the house? Oh, big right hand from the top there from Levy. And looks like Santana will survive the round barely. I mean, easily a 10-8 round, I think. Wow, and that is a strange position you don't see often. At least not in MMA. Nice elbow to the gluteus maximus there, and then to the thigh of Santana. Wow, look at the replay. Look at that head kick in the right hand that stunned Santana. Santana had that moment with the body triangle there. He had the backpack, but they're telling Santana, breathe deep. Yeah, this guy, I'm not sure how much he can breathe at this point. I want to time out already at the beginning of the round here before anything happens. I don't know what they're looking at. I'm going to rewind this just a minute to see what's going on here. Snake says, damn. Because, oh, I think he's calling the time water in the corner. That ice bag in Levy's corner, possible. Oh, no, they're going to look at Santana. I'm not sure Santana can continue. Oh? All right. Well, they said he looks just fine. Let me tell you guys, I don't know if they should stop this fight or not, but Shaheen Santana is not just fine. And a front kick to the body. Oh, and a big right hand from Santana to start this round right after I say that. But he's got very little energy left. Oh, big knee here from Levy in the clinch. Levy with the takedown. Santana trying to get the momentum going his way, but Levy reverses it. And right up on top, right hand from the top. And right back where we left the last round. Oh, he might get the arm triangle choke here. Santana, I think, might be about to go out here. He's about to go Betty-bye. And 99, Santana out with his eyes open. Damn. Natan Levy puts him to sleep here in the third round. And he's asking what happened. I think he was about to pass out from exhaustion before that. So, I mean, you know, smart move for Natan Levy to go for the choke there and restrict the breathing even more. What's up, Breed Helfer? It says, eek. Yeah, that was, yeah, and you see he's clenching his hands together like he's trying to keep himself awake. That's, it's not exactly how it works. There he goes to sleep. And Jason Herzog, I mean, he was watching for it. Herzog, to his credit, I mean, I think he was within a few seconds. And it's not always easy to tell if a guy's out when his eyes are still open, especially a guy that's that tired. And, yeah, they're talking to Santana on his stool over in the corner. Looks like he's going to be okay. Just looks like he's kind of a little drunk, a little out of it. Should probably get that guy some oxygen right now. I would take him back and get him some oxygen. Because, I mean, even before the choke, I mean, he was exhausted. Yeah, that guy, he doesn't look good. Go, get him some oxygen, guys. Special shout out to Mark Coleman to a healthy recovery. Yes, Snake. We're all praying for Mark Coleman. And he assures me he is making a full recovery, a good recovery. Going to have to make a few changes in his diet, he said, but you know, seems to be pretty happy. Even kind of as, I think this is kind of a joke. I liked it, but he posted a video of steak, like a big steak, where they marinate it in butter before they slice it and cook it. So I think that was kind of a joke. So you can tell he's cracking jokes. That's a good sign. And I think he's going to be good. I'm just a shout out and credit to his daughter, who took him to the hospital. That didn't, you know, when he said he was feeling funny, she was like, "You need to go in now." And you know, you ever feel anything like that? You know, you've heard the signs. You hear, you know, feel shooting down the left-hand side of your body, and unfortunately, that's within a year. We've had 2 former UFC heavyweight champions have heart attacks. You know, Mark the Hammer Coleman. And then less than a year ago, I believe, it was Randy Couture had a heart attack at 51 during training. It seems like it was during the training session. Walked himself to the hospital. But we hope Coleman has as great a recovery as Couture has. So far, he had a fully clogged artery. And at least, I mean, they know what the situation was. And I mean, I imagine while those arteries were clogging up, he was probably feeling like garbage for quite a while before that. And, you know, at least get those cleared out. He is going to having to have a stent put in, you know, which is always a risk. So I don't think he's completely out of the woods. So, you know, continue those thoughts and prayers for the Hammer. Natan Levy out of Israel going to 6-0, 3 wins by submission right now. That guy, I mean, wow, he is ripped. He looks like a He-Man. Damn. Thank you for your time you took out for us tonight. Hey, anytime, Snake. I love doing it. Appreciate you guys being in here. And coming down to, I believe we're coming to the co-main for tonight. My wife was asking me how long these streams were for Contender Series. I thought I remembered it being 2 hours, but it looks like maybe more like 3. And Wyatt Matheson in. Hey, Mike, did you hear about the new change for replays? I did. They were talking about them before, that they can use the replay during the match, and they can stop and use it basically for anything. I mean, it's about damn time. Everybody was supposed to go to the new unified rules of MMA in 2016, and I think as late as earlier this year. Well, I know everybody wasn't on them earlier this year. So, yeah, that's good news. Welcome to the 21st century MMA. And 13 watching. Make sure if you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit the thumbs up button for us. You know, not a lot on a Tuesday night for a Contender Series, but We got a little bit of a crowd, the regulars. Yes, great rule change. Finally, it's going to be a game changer. Oh, absolutely. Old Juice, the replay stop the fight rule was ridiculous. That was one of the weirdest, most confusing rules in the history of sports, Wyatt. That was like the only logical explanation I could think of for a rule like that is it was like a second language learner or somebody trying to tell somebody what they wanted in a different language. The other person didn't completely understand them. And it completely got screwed up in the translation. That's the only explanation. All right, the Mariusz. I don't even want to try that last name. I'll wait for somebody else to say it. Michael Bisping or somebody. Those names with all the Z's and W's and stuff in them, they never end up sounding like they look. So, Mario Sousa taking on Mariusz. Mariusz, like I said, Seiswick? I think that's about as close as I'm going to get right now. So, and after this one, we will hear who gets the contract. Luana Pinheiro, she's a shoo-in, I believe, with a devastating first-round knockout. I think we probably got 2 shoo-ins. I mean, what would you guys say? I would say Nikolas Mota and Luana Pinheiro. Luana's top contender, Mota would be second, and then I would say Natan Levy third from that last one, and then Danny Sabatello. I just don't think he did enough to get it done, and I just heard Mariusz pronounce his name, and I still have no idea what he said. So I was thinking maybe it was Polish, because of like the current lightweight champion and Yanchenchik, and they kind of looks like that kind of spelling, but I'm not sure. And we'll see the Polish Power, of course, scheduled now to fight the middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya. And Adesanya recently on Ariel Helwani this week, when he asked him, he said, did you want the light heavyweight belt? Was that a challenge that you were ready for? Or were you just trolling John Jones, saying, I'm going to go down and get this belt that you had? And he laughed and said, I'm just trolling John Jones. And wow. I mean, honest answer, I guess. But what kind of fighter goes up a weight class, up 20 pounds, to fight a big, powerful dude like that as a troll? All right, guys, let's throw another trivia question out there while we're waiting for this last fight. This is the main event. All right, guys, ESPN's first documentary on a UFC rivalry aired this year. Who were the 2 fighters that were showcased in this documentary on ESPN? Billy Hughes, that was quick, sir. Ortiz Liddell. We must have no lag in the stream tonight. I looked something up on YouTube. Looked up some guys about how to get even less lag because they're saying it's almost impossible to get rid of all the lag on YouTube. But God, we got to be within like a second or two. All right, Billy with another one, and let's throw another one out there real quick. Mike Tyson had Muhammad Ali in his corner when he promised Ali he would get revenge for him against this fighter. I didn't even search. I was so wrong. It's PBR Street Gang. Larry Holmes, Wyatt Matheson, you are correct. Ali came back and beat Spinks, though. He came back and got revenge himself. Billy, and actually came back. Ali actually came back that year afterwards and was named Fighter of the Year after defeating Spinks in the second fight. All right, Mariusz, undefeated 8-0, finished 7 of his 8 wins, 5 by submission. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. This in the middleweight division. I always guess Spinks no matter what. I've noticed that, Billy. Anytime anything comes up with Muhammad Ali, your answer seems to be Spinks. All right, guys. This jiu-jitsu coach recently jumped into Tony Ferguson's corner in between rounds in his fight against Justin Gaethje. Kind of asked him to do a Imanari roll. Not sure if that was a joke or in desperation, but Wyatt Matheson, you are correct. Eddie Bravo. And Wyatt with 2 of them tonight. Billy with 4. And Adam with 1. PBR Street Gang had right behind him. All right, Mario Sousa, 4-fight win streak, 100% finish rate, 7 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's got 9 first round finishes. It's a bit different game once you get in here, and everybody is as talented as it takes to get a shot at the UFC, though. I mean, a lot of guys have come in with undefeated records and impressive finish rates from other organizations, and then they come into the big leagues, and it's not always easy sailing. 7 years older is Mariusz at 31.5 inch taller at 6'3.5", but Sousa 79-inch reach at 6'3". He's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage. That's a big reach for a middleweight. Mark Smith's going to be the referee for this main event. What is the better route to UFC? Contender Series Ultimate Fighter. Well, what's up, Sam? 302. Good to see you. Well, I mean, Contender Series obviously a lot quicker. So, I mean, that would be my choice. Well, Sousa throwing that big kick up there quickly. Got partially through. Straight right to the body from Mariusz. Oh, big front kick to the body there from Sousa. And after watching these lighter weight fighters, these guys look huge right now. And they are huge middleweights. At 6'3", these guys definitely look like light heavyweights. Both of them. Oh, nice front kick to the body there from Sousa. Oh, big inside leg kick. Sousa's got some heavy legs. Oh, and a left hook and a right hand from Mariusz saying, you got heavy legs, I got heavy hands, bitch. And Mariusz get in the clinch here. Double underhooks from Mariusz. Watch Sousa pushing his hips way back here, but Mariusz not giving up these double underhooks. Oh, nice knee to the head. There from Mariusz. And good takedown defense so far here from Sousa. Oh, great job there from Mariusz. Turning that, though, and landing straight into side control. And Mariusz Sousa could be in a little bit of trouble now. And into side control. Sousa doing the right thing here, though. Grabbing on to Mariusz's neck to pull him into him. Trying to get him closer into the guard. I mean, Mariusz looking for a head and arm here, but Sousa doing a good job of defending. He's basically just defending here, probably trying to get a stand up. And Mariusz on top here. Oh, landing some big shots here from Mariusz. And yeah, right to side control here. Oh, and he's got the back, and Mário escapes. Great transition. Good scramble from Sousa. Ends up on the top. Big elbow and hammer fist there. Cuts the eye of Mariusz open immediately. Looks like he's got a cut on the inside eyebrow of his left eye, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, New Britain Paulie? Sorry, I'm a little tardy to the party. What's up? Hey, Seattle Mike. Hey, Britain Paulie. I'm doing one of your guys' shows tomorrow. I think it's 7:30 p.m. your time, 11:30 a.m. my time. That big boxing card over there in London. They're showing it on ESPN Plus over here. But I'll be streaming before noon anyways, my time. 2:30 on the East Coast. Oh, big right hand, a big hammer fist. Here from Mariusz Sousa. Nice elbow there from Sousa. Hey, just glad you came in, New Bread and Paulie. Oh my goodness, I thought he had the armbar there, Mário. Good slip there from Sousa. And Sousa looking for a guillotine here. He's got an arm in guillotine. It's hard to see from the camera angle, but this could be deep. Wow, great transitions here in the first round. And, I mean, we see a lot of one-sided grappling matches. We see our fair share of back and forth striking matches, but some of my favorite matches we don't get to see as much are those ones with multiple ground transitions and submission attempts from both guys. And we've seen a lot of transitions so far, and now Mariusz ends up back on top after the guillotine attempt here from Sousa. Oh, Mário trying to jump guard. Oh, big elbows from the bottom from Sousa. Those can knock you out. He had a perfect angle on those. Hammer fists and elbows from his back. You can knock somebody out with those elbows from your back. You got to have all the leverage. Oh, my goodness. Oh. And he got one on the bell and one probably 2 seconds after the bell. Ouch. That was pretty late for Mário. They're going to have a talk about that. He might get a point taken away. There's one elbow. Oh, there's a big elbow. Another one. Oh, and then he says, stop, stop. And he lands again. Ooh. Man, I would take a point away for that. I really would. That was very late. And, I mean, not only was there the bell, it was the referee yelling, stop. I think you got to take a point away for that. And those big elbows from the back, those are going to compromise Mariusz. And, I mean, the point might not even make it even. Well, they're trying to say he doesn't speak English, but don't tell me. I mean, that horn's not in English. And I think no, is I know it's the same in Spanish. I think it might be the same in Brazil. Oh, nice left, big 1-2 here from Sousa. Big right hand from Sousa. And Mariusz is hurt. Knee to the body and a head kick. Mariusz Sousa teeing off. Right hooks, uppercuts, and hooks galore here from Sousa. And Mariusz throws a jab and lands a right hook of his own, comes forward and says, come and get it, big guy. If you're going to take me out, you're going to have to earn it. Oh, a big knee to the body and a left hook from Mariusz Sousa. Those are very close to 12-6 elbows. He is really skirting that rule there, Sousa. I mean, those are like 11-5. And Mariusz leaning up against Sousa. I think trying to get maybe a little bit of a breather here up against the fence. That was intense. And Mariusz gets the takedown here. Lifts Sousa straight up and takes him down to the ground. Oh, and a big elbow from the top from Mariusz. And he needs to recover. Big move for him. All right, 13 watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Get us up in these algorithms. I've been working hard lately, guys. I finally started posting videos again and not just doing live streams. So hoping to get a resurgence of the channel. Nice elbow from the bottom there from Sousa. I mean, seems like we kind of flew from 100 to 5,000 subscribers was very quickly. Took a little while longer to get to 6,000, but we've been right in between 6,000 and 6,100 for months. And Sousa going for a triangle choke from the bottom here. Nothing going on there. Nice transition from Mariusz. And he's got a nice, that's a cradle here. If you're in wrestling, you guys recognize that. And he's just using it to land knees to the midsection of Sousa. 3 in a row there. Yeah, that's a very good position, especially his big long arms, both these guys. And we'll see if Mariusz is able to turn this into side control or mount or a submission attempt. And Sousa pulling half guard here, trying to get up. Mariusz looking for a guillotine choke. No, I don't think he doesn't have it. And Sousa reverses it. Now Mariusz, now they're right in between battle and back and forth position. And Mariusz ends up on top in side control. What a battle of transitions here. I mean, we've had everything in this fight. You've had the striking, you've had submissions attempts, you've had back and forth transitions up against the cage, on the ground. Conor versus Dustin, January 23rd, close to being done. Per statement from Conor McGregor. Yep. Think tough is great because it gets the fighter used 24/7 and making short notice fights. UFC, you might get your title shot. Short notice, so tough is great for that. I agree, Sam. Most of these guys that are coming into the Contender Series now, you got the LFA, you got Titan FC, you got Cage Fury FC, then you have Cage Warriors across the sea, and you have KSW. So you have some pretty good organizations that these guys have gotten some time in, generally now by the time they get a shot in Contender Series. So they've most likely faced some adversity. Nice ground and pound there from Mariusz from the top. And Sousa going for a triangle choke again. Wow, a couple of big hammer fists there from Mário. And how the hell do you score these rounds? I think Mariusz won the first one because he was on top for a lot of it. Sousa had a lot of big moments in both rounds. I didn't hear if they ever took a point away. I think it was just a warning. Did anybody hear if they took a point away? I couldn't hear. I think they should have. This dude is fouling it up. Right, Wyatt? Contender Series is fun because the fighters are more eager to win because they know Dana White is literally right there. Makes the fighters want it more. Yep. Fighting dirty. Chael Sonnen once said, if you're never cheated, you never tried. Oh, thank you, Wyatt. What do you guys think? You seen that elbow? I mean, I'm not big on taking a point away for one foul generally. But, I mean, I felt that was pretty egregious. You know, and I've seen a lot of these fighters kind of second language learners. I'm not picking on anybody here, so don't call me racist. I'll bitch slap you. But no, a lot of these second language learners land some shots after the bell and then kind of play dumb. And it's like, that bell's not in English. There's no language on that bell. You've been in plenty of fights. You've been in, 15, 20 professional fights. You're going to tell me you don't understand the language of ding ding? And then when the referee yells stop twice and then you still land an elbow? Come on. Yeah, and the illegal up kick. I think you landed some illegal 12-6s in there as well, Billy. And I don't exactly agree with the 12-6 rule, but, I mean, it is a rule. Oh, big uppercut from Sousa right out of the gate. Left hook from Mariusz and a kick to the body from Sousa. Big knee to the body. Sousa started the last round very quickly. It looked like Mariusz might be out of it. But, and then he came back. And here's a takedown from Mariusz. Ends up on top again here. 3 of 3 on the takedowns from Mariusz. Couple elbows to the back of the head. This dude, Schmidt. But I can't let you get close, the snake. Yeah, man. Oh, and there's the hammer fist from the bottom from Sousa. I mean, Sousa, he's a talented dude. Don't get me wrong. Both these guys are talented. I think Sousa's winning this fight, but man, I think he could do it without that little bit of extra. I actually don't think he needs it. Nice hammer fist from Sousa from the bottom. Oh, and there's another one of his elbows. I'm pretty sure that's a 12-6. Left hook there from the top. There from Mariusz. But, nice hammer fist there from Mário. But, I mean, Mario Sousa, I mean, he is, he's striking from his back. We've seen very few guys be this successful, I think, striking from his back. Mario Sousa, he's putting on a pretty good performance from a disadvantageous spot. And referee's going to call him up here. Oh, big combination from Sousa. He throws the 3-piece in the uppercut there. And Mariusz going to immediately clinch and put Sousa back up against the fence. And it'd be interesting to see how some of these judges score this, because you see Sousa doing a lot of the damage, but you see Mariusz getting the takedowns. He gets another one right there. And inside the clinch, inside the guard of Sousa again. And if there's one major weakness in Sousa's game, I would say it's his takedown defense, because Mariusz has been able to do it even when he's exhausted. Mariusz pushing that elbow against the face here. And so Sousa trying to make sure that Mariusz doesn't poke him in the eye there. I think Mariusz might just be trying to get some rest on top here. I mean, he is exhausted. And there's the hammer fist in the bottom of Sousa. Wow. Oh, and there's a... Oh, that's illegal. I believe that's illegal up kick, because I think Mariusz stood up on both feet. But I'm not so sure Sousa was really paying attention to that. I'm not sure he was exactly 100% positive when he threw it. And referee again telling him work. Oh, there's a couple of 3 more hammer fists there from Sousa. Oh, and a leg bar attempt here from Mariusz. I think this is more defensive than anything. He does not really have a good angle on this. Looks like Sousa's going to be able to fight out of this one fairly easily, unless... Oh, Mariusz. I mean, he's fighting for the heroic hair. I'm not sure if Mário knows how to defend against this, though. Mariusz not exactly putting in the best effort for it, but yeah, and I think he's out of it. Mariusz almost turned to a knee bar there. Nice hammer fist there from Sousa. Sousa still got to be careful. These leg submissions always make me wince, though. And Sousa out of it, ends up on top, and big hammer fist. He might finish it here. 15 seconds left. Sousa unloading with the ground and pound, big hammer fist. And Mariusz is, he is just, wow. And Mariusz, again, transitions and gets on top of Sousa. Even if Sousa wins this fight, he's really got to work on his distribution of weight, standing and on the ground, because Mariusz, threw him around just too easily. All right, official decision coming up. I got it, Mariusz Sousa, 2-1. So really, if it was up to me, this honestly might be a draw, because I would have taken a point away. But Mariusz Sousa, he might have won all three. He definitely won the second and third. And, Mariusz was just so exhausted in those last rounds. All right, and Billy, fairly commanding lead in the trivia, but let's throw a few more out here. We'll give Billy a chance to catch up. All right, this fighter was recently cut by the UFC. I believe it was within the last month or 6 weeks. Lost his Bellator debut at UFC 243 despite being a 3-1 favorite. All right, 30-27 and 229-28. Mariusz Sousa. So, and I don't have an issue with either one of those scorecards. Mariusz looked a little confused, but and Bisbing saying he didn't see a 30-27. I also had it 29-28. That's one judge, but whether it's 3-0 or 2-1, yeah, we want these guys to get it right, because in closer fighters, it's really going to matter. But fortunately, in this one, they get it right. Does Mariusz Sousa get a contract? We'll see. Dana White heading to the back right now. Yes, lost his Bellator debut. At Bellator. Bellator 243. And that's funny. I actually wrote in my trivia UFC 243. I believe he was a Contender guy. Came off the Contender, though. Was cut by the UFC this year and then lost his Bellator debut, even though he was a 3-1 favorite. But this is, I don't know. Was Curtis Millender. I figure since I gave the number, somebody was Googling Bellator 243, so... All right, guys. Who was the very first fighter to defeat Big George Foreman? Who gave Big George Foreman his first loss? Thank you, Experiencer. The Experiencer must be in here. He is, it is not Frazier. It is. I was going to call it in just a second, but Billy, you're correct. It was Ali. And with that, Billy takes a commanding lead, and I'm going to say Billy wins the trivia again tonight. That's 6 for Billy, 4 ahead of nearest contender Wyatt, and 1 from Adam. So, Billy, congratulations again as we await the announcements for contracts here. I want to go through what we're doing here later on in the week. Starting tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. You got Kulakmet versus McCowan. Big bout for the WBC Super Welterweight title. And if you're over there in London, we still got Mr. England in here. If he's a boxing fan, if you're a boxing fan in England, you probably know a lot of these. Sam 302 at Ali, just a little later than Billy. But that one's going to be on ESPN Plus tomorrow. That should be a fun competitive boxing card. I hope you guys join me for that one. Then Thursday, Bellator comes back. Bellator 252. The Featherweight Grand Prix continues. Patricio Pitbull versus Pedro Carvalho. Patricio defending his belt every round of this tournament. Then Weichel versus Sanchez 2. The first fight was great. I do think it went the wrong way, though. I thought Emmanuel Sanchez should have won it. Since then, Emmanuel Sanchez has won 6 of 7. And his only loss against Patricio Pitbull, actually, by decision. Also, you're going to have Armasov. I cannot remember how to say his last name. Aramaslav, I believe, versus Logan Starley. He's a big favorite. That's all you need to know, I guess. And then the return of Aaron Pico, and that's going to be most of the main card. The main card's going to start at 4 p.m. Pacific. And then you got the prelims are going to be for free on YouTube. So I probably won't end up doing the prelims on Thursday. I might just for fun. We'll see. But, and then Paul Felder, of course, comes in for Islam Makhachev versus Rafael Dos Anjos in a great UFC. Okay. They're about to announce the contracts here. Any moment. They're just going through the highlights of these guys' fighters. So we'll bring up the last one. Guys, what a week for fights, because right after the UFC, right after UFC Felder versus Dos Anjos, still on ESPN Plus, the greatest pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, Terrence Crawford, will be defending his championship against Brooks. So a big one. What's up, Cameron Miller in the house? Good to see you. I'll be here. All right, Snake. Thank you, Snake Pliskin. Good to see you. Good to see you in. Cameron Miller just in time to find out who our new UFC alumni are. And Sabatello versus Moore. Of course, Sabatello Was the first fight of the night. He won. He dominated. He did Danny Sabatello 30-24, 30-25, 30-26 on the scorecards. I really didn't like the style, though, there at Bantamweight. I really would like to see him have more finishing moves. He didn't really seem to go for hard enough for the finish for me. Maybe I'm being picky. Maybe it depends on how much they need in the Bantamweight division. Bantamweight division has been coming back recently, though. And speaking of coming back, TJ Dillashaw, the former champion, will be back soon. Mariusz Sousa in the main event in the feature bout, despite a couple of penalties, not losing any points there against Mariusz. I thought he probably should have, but he did land some great striking, especially from his back. Some interesting things. 30-27, 29-28. 29-28. Definitely seen his biggest weakness would be his takedown defense, because Mariusz was able to, I believe he had 100% takedown attempts. And then he's got to learn the language of the bell, because he had an elbow about 5 seconds after the referee said stop. All right, here comes the boss. Here he is. The boss is here. The boss is here. Love to see Corey versus TJ in January. All right, here it is. Says Danny's 27 years old, the bantamweight. And Dana White basically said the exact same thing I did. Dominated, but didn't take enough chances. Not getting a contract. Laura Pinheiro. I mean, like I said, I would sign the contract. I would give this lady money to watch her fight. I mean, she got an amazing knockout, judo black belt, and she didn't have to use her judo. She's been doing judo since she was 2 years old, and she was all striking. And Dana saying he's questioning Motta's killer instinct against Laurie. I just think Laurie had a hell of a chin. And Dana saying, I thought, why did he not finish this fight? Wow, I disagree. Oh. What do you guys think about Motta? 20 days notice? Oh, there it is. And he says he still wasn't sure, but he says, I'm going to give him a shot. I would 100% agree on that one. So Motta's in. That's 2 contracts. Natan Levy. Natan Levy, the Israeli, going up a weight class, getting the submission, getting it done, and Natan Levy, welcome to the UFC. Now that's 3. Now we're gonna come down to Mario Sousa. I would say not yet. Oh, wow. And Dana says, I thought the referees were wrong on that one. He said, I don't think he won that fight. Sousa looks a little confused. I thought he won the fight too. What did you guys think? I do want to know. Mariusz and Sousa, I thought that he could have had points taken away from him. But that striking from the back, you got to count that. It's hard to argue with the boss. And Mariusz also saying, oh, that's Mota. Excuse me. Nikolas Mota. He was awarded a UFC contract, but him following Dana White saying, I can do better than that. I can do much better than that. Wow. He says, hey, he's a fucking tough dude. That's his words, not mine. Says, hey, he's a fucking tough dude. I was trying to knock him out. He's like, it's not like I let him off the hook. And I kind of disagreed with Dana's evaluation that he let him off the hook, that he didn't have a killer instinct. But in the end, Dana gives him the contract, so I do agree with him on that. I thought Nikolas Mota was one of the most talented guys on this card. Yeah, everybody knew Pinheiro was going in. Lorena Pinheiro. I can't wait to come in. Hopefully we see her judo at strawweight. I don't know. I was expecting to get a call some different judo throws and different things tonight, and she took that away from me. Just came in and blitzed her opponent, with pinpoint striking, standing, and then finishes her off with the ground and pound. So 3 contracts tonight. I agree with all 3 of them. I agree with about 95%, I guess, 90% of what Dana had to say. So, and it's a tough job. That's an A. 90%'s an A. How much can you complain? I think he's got it. And like I said, the next live stream coming will be tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to get a little sleep, go to work, get that taken care of, come back here and get ready for this stream from London, England. So it'll be a normal time if you're over there in London. But 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 a.m. Eastern, Kulakmat versus McGowan. That is for the WBC Super Welterweight title, and then a ton of other English talent there, co-promoted by Top Rank and IFL, so it'll be on ESPN Plus and IFL TV. You too, Wyatt. Have a great night. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for everybody for tuning in to a Tuesday night. This was fun. I was glad I did the Contender Series. Thank you for the donations. Tonight, thank you, $7 worth of donations. Thank you to the premium members, as always, Greg Brimstone, Milton Nelson, PBR Street Gang. Thank you. Donations from Reed Helford and PBR Street Gang. So thank you putting $7 in the chip jar. That'll definitely buy me a lunch at work. Guys, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.